Você quer sexo agressivo, vou deixar sua bunda ardendo. Vou dar tapa, 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 tapa.
Toma. Quatro paredes, eu vou acabar contigo. Oi. Quatro paredes, eu vou acabar contigo. Oi. Em quatro paredes, eu vou acabar contigo. Oi.
Toma cuidado que eu tô pegando fogo. Vai ter que ser certeiro, hoje eu quero bem gostoso. Tá muito quente aqui, eu tô morrendo de calor. Chata tá pegando fogo, é tesão ou é amor? Ai, 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 você me dá muito calor. A minha chata é o incêndio e teu pau é o extintor. Ai, 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 você me dá muito calor. A minha chata é o incêndio e teu pau é o extintor. Chata tá pegando fogo, é tesão ou é amor? É tesão ou é amor? Chata tá pegando fogo, é tesão ou é amor? É tesão ou é amor? Ai, 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 você chata tá pegando fogo. É tesão ou é amor? Ai, 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 você me dá muito calor. A minha chata é o incêndio e teu pau é o extintor. Ai, 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 você me dá muito calor. A minha chata é o incêndio e teu pau é o extintor. Chata tá pegando fogo. É tesão ou é amor? É tesão ou é amor? Chata tá pegando fogo. É tesão ou é amor? É tesão ou é amor? Ai, 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 você me dá muito calor. A minha chata é o incêndio e seu pau é o extintor. Vai, vai, ai, 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 você me dá muito calor. A minha chata é o incêndio e seu pau é o extintor. Vai, vai.
I just sound so nasty, and I don't know why.
And they come right here, nigga, you know we pouring shots, huh? And they come right here, nigga, you know we pouring Glocks, huh? And they come right here, nigga, you know we pouring shots, huh? And they come right here, nigga, you know we pouring Glocks, huh?
Alright, hello, we are in to Crimes versus Loyalty. This is the lower bracket. Semifinals, basically just fighting for that spot in the finals versus Visceral. We do have Crimes playing Killer against Loyalty survivors here. We're going to be seeing Lipe on the Killer. I'm not quite certain what they want to be called, but we will just refer to them as the nurse for today. And they are going to be taking chase on the Laster here. A couple prediction blinks coming out, but unfortunately, not in their favor. Our Killer is just kind of going for a lot of predictions here, not really blinking at corners. And they are going to be missing a lot of these hits, but they do eventually get the first tag onto the Ace. And just completely lose them. Oh, that's not good. They watched them run past them. But they kind of just didn't notice, I guess. And with Lucky Break, our survivor is just gonna kind of be getting out of here. That's so unfortunate. They could have had a free 2-tap if they just saw them in the corner of their, in their peripherals there. But they do get away without another tag coming in, so our Killer is just gonna have to drop. It is also the medkit user, so that tag is pretty much gonna be completely wasted. And they do catch 2 survivors out here, and I think they missed the Sable hiding on the rock. They are gonna find them. And they get the hit as well. And the Sable is just kind of booking their way towards this corner of the map where Shaq is. First gen of the game pops, that makes sense. Second gen of the game pops. And they have so much gen progress on that middle gen. This is, as nurse, this is really not the start you want to see. Even though the Killer has no perks, typically you should be getting a down before the first gen comes through. And that's even with a stack. But it just took way too long for our Killer to get it down. Do that lucky break, and then a couple of good jukes from our survivors. So they will be losing 3 gens to this first down. That is a lot of time wasted by our survivors being chased, so good on them for keeping it together and having some really good chases here. They're going to be taking this chase onto the Nia now, but she actually is stealth, so and our Killer does a great job finding them. and misses again. Unfortunately, just getting stuck on the tree there and just, I think, panicking a little bit. Our killer just needs to kind of get the muscles warmed up maybe and see if they can bring this game back and get a couple more stages. Without perks, I don't think it's going to be easy for them to pull it back, but they can at least try and give themselves a serviceable win con. For the survivors, a great short blink, gets a hit to the pallet, but that is the 4th gen popping. And if our last 2 survivors are just stacking out this 5th gen, I think this game might already be over. Taking that hook onto the survivor, and that gen is all the way across the map. Finds the ace out, though. Trying to stealth, less scratch marks in the vicinity. And gets a great down on him. That's really good. That means that one of those other survivors has to rotate for that pull now, which takes some of that pressure off the gen. And here's the high progress gen, right next to a survivor. Do they have time to kick it? It looks like they do. So they are going to be able to just kick this gen and regress it, unfortunately. They aren't going to be able to get that down on ace, and they're not going to be able to camp this because the Kate just instantly got on the gen, or instantly got the unknown, excuse me. But this is the last fresh of the game, so this could be good for our killer in terms of points. And they hit them to the pallet. Wow, that looked nasty. Great patience on that second blink. Just waiting, making sure that they got that down. I imagine it's possible that yeah, there it is. I was gonna say, it's possible that the survivors started that corner gen. But I think the survivors might leave this just because of the location of this hook, but I think this is the deli player. I think they're actually going to go for a hatch here. Now that I think about it, we haven't seen a deli yet. Let's say, it wouldn't really be worth it to go for this save, considering how far away these doors are from this hook, but if they can just deli, then they can just go for hatch, so I mean, the killer's right here. It's going to be really difficult for them to pull this off. And now we're just waiting on the body, just waiting for that deli that is most likely inevitably going to come through. And there's that deli. But they did see the Sable kind of sitting around, so... And I think they know that they're here to kind of assist and try and see if they can get this, Oh, and unfortunately just messing up that, DH on the deli. Grabbing the tag on the Sable and kind of just forcing the survivors out here. They will probably pick this guy up and walk him far away so they can't save, and the survivors are leaving anyway. It's just not wanting to risk that, risk giving any more stages. So I think that will be a 6 stage with all freshes. For not having any perks and considering how unfortunate that start was, that's honestly a pretty good result to land on. And definitely something that I think the survivors will be able to match when they get in here on the serve side. So well played from both sides. Loyalty did a great job just kind of wasting the time of the killer and popping those gens as fast as possible, but the killer did a great job of bringing it back. So we'll see if Crimes is able to match that result here soon.
O cu é do cara, quem tiver com inveja dá o cu também, certo, pai?
Vou relembrar a infância, brinca de pique-pega. Vou relembrar a infância, brinca de pique-pega. Tu pega a minha piroca, que eu pego a tua xereca. Tu pega a minha piroca, que eu pego a tua xereca. Me entendeu, novinha maluca, brincadeira nossa é essa. Tu pega a minha piroca, que eu pego a tua xereca. Entendeu, novinha maluca, brincadeira nossa é essa. Tu pega a minha piroca, que eu pego a tua xereca.
Abre as pernas, vai piranha, eu começo a xoxota. Abre as pernas, vai piranha, eu começo. Abre as pernas, vai piranha, eu começo a xoxota. Abre as pernas, vai piranha, eu começo a xoxota. Abre as pernas, vai piranha, eu começo a xoxota. Abre as pernas, vai piranha, eu começo.
Favela vai, é um terremoto. Cada hit na favela vai, é um terremoto. Ela treme a xerequinha e eu saco, saco, saco. Ela treme a xerequinha e eu saco, saco, e eu saco, saco, saco. 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 E eu saco, saco, saco.
Esse é o DJ Wizard, caralho, o bruxo das Américas.
Mas esse é o Léo da 17, sucesso com a mulherada.
Hello, we are back into this nurse set here, and we are going to be having Fran RM from Loyalty on the Killer playing nurse, and immediately just blinking out here into the mid-map trying to find a survivor crossing. I'm going to see if Crimes can manage the result that was put down by their killer, which is a 6-stage all freshes. So 6-stage with 3 freshes would hypothetically win this for them. And I think a 2K7 might also win this for them, if they have 3 freshes. So, but this is the nurse. They are able to get quick downs. Oh, and they messed up their blink through the tree. Okay, so Kate is going to be getting away for the time being. They're not going to be giving a tag quite yet. And our killer messes up the blink once again on the logs. Another unfortunate start here. Missing out on those blinks. And I think this Kate wants the aggro here. She seems to be showing herself trying to just take this aggression from her teammates. She's just gonna be holding W up the side of the map. This will most likely be a down. Yeah, unfortunately not really much to work with. So that is a bit of an unfortunate start, but not quite going, not going as misfortunate as the last game. So they are only gonna pop 1 gen for this down, so it is about pretty much what you expect. And it sounds like they have a lot of progress over here already. A good bit of progress, not anything too crazy. As you see the survivor kind of sitting out. And it looks like they want to bait them into a hit or bait somebody into going for the rescue. So our killer is just kind of holding this this spot here right in the center. And they're going to blink on the main. And they get the tag. That is crazy that they went for that. That's so risky to go for that long blink there. And is anybody going for this rescue? So far, it doesn't look like it, but it's possible that they've already started stealthing for it, or maybe they're just waiting till last second. And yeah, I guess they're just gonna let her hit second stage. That could be really tricky if that survivor gets tunneled out. I know they are concerned about maybe giving way too many hook stages, but ooh, that is the 3 gens popping for the second stage, and there's a considerable amount of progress here. So I think the most important thing that they can do is get this Kate off the hook, and you know, play their gen pressure, play their distance, and just hope she has a good chase. But that is an injury, and it looks like she wants to commit for the ace here. Somebody needs to get that rescue, but right now it looks like that might not happen. Is gonna just take the tag here, take the trade. And this must be a deli. He's gonna hook. I mean, taking the double hook with them so close to each other would probably be really good. I mean, that is 4 of the 6 stages you need and 3 of the freshes, with 2 gens still remaining. Now I'm just gonna take this hook over here. I imagine that tap will deli any second here and just try and get out. That is the 5th generator popping. They have a good gen spread here, but they can only give up 2 more hook stages. They have 2 people on hook, so they must be pressuring that gen on 11. The reset does come through on Kate. Kate's showing herself here. And he's going to take the bait and blink on her. Does see the Nia going for the pull? I wonder if that tap maybe wasn't deli. I think... Oh, okay. That could be renewal. And down does come through. She could still have Decisive Strike. Does she have it? And she does not, unfortunately. So they are going to be being put into a 3v1, and they can only give 1 more stage. This is very tough for them to be put into this position. There is pressure over here, but this is the mid-gen. I wonder if they don't know about the existence of that 11-gen. And he is still injured. Looking for a survivor here, seeing if they are just stealthing them out, and they are. Messes up the blink. And does get the tag on them through the seawall. And they're just going to hold W away. Now, if the survivors can maybe get this gen and get both out on the ace and the Nia, that would be very good for them points-wise. They're seeing the slug coming out, seeing the injured ace running away. And the Nia's there too. They do have a lot of gen pressure. Trying to not get blinded by the cracker. And does fail to blink. This is the lucky break survivor. Or is it? I'm not certain. Seems like it. And does get grabbed from that locker there. I think our killer will just take this hook. That 6th stage is coming through. They technically don't have all freshes, so they are still a few points behind here, but I mean, there's an injury, a guy on the hook, and he's kind of hooked right on top of his generator. I don't really see how they could possibly bring this back. Get the reset onto the tap. Not certain if he was the med kit. He finds Ania. But is he going to commit to her? Does she think she didn't? I think she thinks he didn't see her. And yeah, if he gets this hook, it is kind of all over for Crimes. And that's on their own set too. And he sees the tap, so I think this is going to be the 4K1. And a win for Loyalty. It's really unfortunate. They had a really good start going for them, but catching that ace out on Shaq and just being able to get that down there right next to the hook was just, just not what you needed to happen, so. And there's that DH. So this was actually most likely their DS player, not the Kate. Yeah, really unfortunate stuff there. Considering how well they were handling it. But, yeah, that will be the 4K1. Unless, yeah, somehow makes it to the hatch or some other crazy shit, but she's clearly not unbreakable, so they're just gonna start the task of trying to find her. They did down her, I think, inside the tile, like more over here, yeah. So they're just gonna look for her in his deep pocket. I don't see her yet, so. I mean, they downed her so close to the outside of the pocket. I feel like she most likely crawled up into probably where that tile is, up in the top left corner. So that is where our killer is going to be searching next. And you hear her now. Yes, and that will confirm the 4K1. So, really well played from Loyalty's killer. Kind of just putting the pressure on them, and then, you know, understanding that win con and making the right decisions when they needed to be made. There's no need to go for a tunnel out or anything like that when your win con is basically a 7-stage. So, good job to them on winning the first set. We are going into, I believe, an Onryo set next after this. Let me double check that. Yes, we are going to go to an Onryo set on Larry's next, so we will see you guys with that set here soon.
Cada hit na favela vai, é um terremoto. Cada hit na favela, vai, é um terremoto. Relaxa minha xerequinha, ufa, ufa, ufa. Relaxa minha xerequinha, ufa, ufa,
Toma, toma, esfrega, toma, pica na xereca, toma, toma, de vai, toma, pica no cu. Vamos lá.
Menos de um minuto, vou te levar ao céu. Vou te catucar e fazer o Wonderwell.
Brota na treta, novinha, pega a visão. Manda, 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 manda.
Vai virar minha realeza. A sua posição agora é contigo. A 300 por hora, vem acabar comigo. 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 Vem acabar comigo.
Ele é puto, ele é cachorro, ele não quer saber de nada. Ele é puto, ele é cachorro, ele não quer saber de nada. Ele é puto, ele é cachorro, ele não quer saber de nada. Quando ele vai estar na casa é só sequência de vara. Ele é puto, ele é cachorro, ele não quer saber de nada. Quando ele vai estar na casa é só sequência de vara. Só sequência de vara. Só sequência de vara. Só sequência de vara. Sequência de vara. Na 17, eu não vou aguentar. Na 17, eu não vou aguentar. Na 17, eu não vou aguentar. A vontade de te dar em você eu vou sentar. Na 17, é só sequência de vara. Na 17, mas que eu cachorro, ele não quer saber de nada. Ele é puto, ele é cachorro, ele não quer saber de nada. Quando ele vai estar na casa é só sequência de vara. Ele é puto, ele é cachorro, ele não quer saber de nada. Quando ele vai estar na casa é só sequência de vara. Só sequência de vara. Só sequência de vara. Só sequência de vara. Sequência de vara. Na 17 eu não vou aguentar. Na 17 eu não vou aguentar. Na 17 eu não vou aguentar. A vontade de te dar em você eu vou sentar. Na 17 é só sequência de vara. Na 17 na 17 na 17
Esse é o DJ Dog, o cachorrão das putas.
Alright. We are back onto the Onryo set. I fear I may be too loud. I'm gonna turn myself down. Apologies for the delay. We had some issues getting the map set, so we're gonna be seeing Quipper on the killer here. And already seeing somebody right off the bat with a Hex Undying and finding the Onryo, Onryo, finding the Renato, running it down the map. Question is he going to be able to make a pallet? He is able to make a pallet and grease it in such an interesting way that, well, we're ping abusing. The guys get hit through the pallet due to the Bloodlust one. And our killer is going to be doing the first TP of the game. And, oh my goodness, that is so unlucky. Just able to perfectly see him with X Undying there. And did end up TPing right on him. I guess the Renato felt safe enough to start doing a totem, so. He's going to TP away. This is the first gen of the game popping. I assume that was a stack. Yep, that is the first. Yeah, that is a stack, so they're gonna get that gen done pretty quickly, and gonna be getting that tag on the Nia. Looks like RK is kind of moving down for that rescue. Yeah, she is booking it. And our killer is going to TP to deny a free unhook, but not quite realizing what way he was oriented. The killer isn't going to be able to make that a trade. They are just going to take the hit and then not be able to get this down either because of a nice pallet here. So they are going to be going onto the Renato. They will TP on them. And we have found just I think that's a hit. Yeah, I was saying, I think that's a hit because of because of the new Chase Onryo. I mean, he came at that TV pretty much going Mach 10, so that will be the second hook onto the Renato, kind of just getting a tunnel out here. And do they know? Okay, they do know where our killer is coming from. Our survivors are in a bit of a tricky spot here. They do have 2 people injured, 3 people injured, if you include the person on the hook. And our tap is going to be taking a hit for the Kate here, so that will be all 4 survivors injured. My guess is that Nia and Renato are going to try and reset, and our Kate not quite aware of where the killer was coming from, so trying to make it to this god pallet, but they're just going to be taking this hook onto her. And our survivors still have not healed up yet, so I don't know where. Oh, the Renato did get reset. Okay, that is one reset. And the question is, does another reset come through here? I would imagine it does. Yep, with no sloppy, that is the reset on Nia coming through as well. And our killer is just TPing across the map, trying to find the survivor's reset position. Does find the scratch marks from the survivors. And are, okay. I was confused if our killer actually bugged out and went to the other world, but no, that was just a visual bug. We are going to see that first totem cleanse, but not another gen quite yet. Everybody reset. Gonna be taking that tag onto the Kate, just eating the BT and just leaving for the time being. Probably gonna put their next perk up. You do see the white totem, so that is a Pentimento. And you do see the survivors coming off of this gen. Killer does still have Ruin. So, they do still have that Renato, who could maybe just stay safe doing totems. They do get the free tag onto the tap, and he's just going to be taking chase away. Reads the teleport and is able to turn it around and make sure that sorry, I get a bit invested sometimes in this stuff. It goes to the pallet, but unfortunately that is the line coming out from the Nia. They do pop the Ruin, so no more free regression on these generators anymore. They instead will just be slowed down by Pentimento, and unfortunately they do have this injured survivor here who is now fully condemned. And they are in a not good spot. They do have this pallet here. They need to insta-drop it. It is a god pallet with this position. And I think that they're kind of in a really tough spot. They ran right into the killer, but got a little bit backed up, but they don't make this window. And that is most likely just going to be a death. I think, you know, with Onryo being changed as many times as she has been, I think it's hard for survivors to kind of know what they need to be doing in this situation. Does find their Renato here and gets that hit. That is crazy. They uncloaked so fast. Penti being put back up. They do have a lot of gen pressure. Oh my goodness, he is so lucky. You can't get a stun when she's in her phase, and he did drop it on the same side as her, so that could have been far worse. And this is the Death Hook Survivor too, so they really only have a little bit of time to make sure that they pop all the gens here. They do get that gen popped. Doesn't vault for some reason. And so he will just kind of be running into a corner and dying here, and unless that tap is on the last gen, which might be hard, or Nia. I don't know who popped that technically. Unless they're on the last gen with Penti, it's gonna be very hard. Yeah, that's two survivors dead. You still have a full gen remaining, and the Nia is injured. And she doesn't make this win though, because Jesus, you come out of that flying. So, our killer will just be on the hunt for the tap, trying to get that 4K1. And will they be able to stealth out the killer here? Let's find the Nia. Are they gonna hook? Both of these survivors are fresh hooks. So, losing them to hatch or to bleed out would be pretty bad for the side of loyalty here. And Equipper is AFK. I think they're using this TV to maybe check if tap is nearby, but I don't know too much about Onryo, but I think he has a tape in his hand right now. Though, I don't think that affects Condemned anymore, so. Now at this point, the Nia is probably crawled a long ways away. They're about halfway through. Oh no. Well, he is condemned, so they do know where he is now. He's gonna need to see if he can maybe find a way to out-stealth this Onryo mid-chase. Oh no, and he kind of ran into her. And now the Nia's injured, so I think that they're gonna be able to track them just fine. So yeah, they are gonna be on the Nia, and it should just be a matter of getting this down. I'm pretty certain that the Nia does not make it to anything, so they are just going to pick and then be on their way to find the tap on the ground. Yeah, and the Nia is first stage, so they're going to have plenty of time to just let them die and look around for this tap. Not really a good chance that he's gonna find hatch or anything unlucky like that, since she has so much hook time left. But, I mean, he could do something here and try and bleed out. It'd be really difficult. But there is a chance. And if I am correct, I think bleed outs do give a point swing in this league, so that would help Crimes out here, considering this is kind of a bit of an unfavorable result for the Survivor team. But unfortunately, that is just going to be the 4K1, thus find the tap on the ground. So, I don't think there is a win con for Crimes anymore. It's overall point base, and since there was such a big point difference in the first round, I don't think it's possible for them to win this anymore. But we'll see if they are still going to play it and going to set 2, or in match 2 of set 2, and see if they just want to put on a performance. So we will get back to you guys soon.
Esse é o DJ Gutag, um brabo de canhão.
Ai, esse é o DJ Gudog, o cachorrão das putas.
DJ Gutag, solta a putaria, porra.
Esse é o DJ Gutag, um brabo de canhão.
Com mais uma produção.
de Natal. Toma, 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 sua piranha, o meu piro, 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 piro. Toma, toma, sua piranha, o meu piro de Natal. Ela tenta me olhando gostoso, me diz que tá bom. Olha só na moral. Toma, sua piranha, o meu piro de Natal. Toma, toma, sua piranha, o meu piro de Natal.
E aí, DJ Nescau, solta, 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 vai. E aí, DJ Nescau, solta, solta.